Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Bushcraft family, back again. And this time, we're not talking about food or anything like that. Let's talk a little bit about oil and some of the refineries and stuff that's mysteriously happening. And some are well known and not so mysterious or whatever, but there's a lot of talk about our food, our factories, um, cows being mysteriously dying and this and that. Well, some say the same thing can be said about United States' refineries. And let's put it this way: if you pay attention to, because I went through some of the refineries that have closed or shut down or not running anymore for whatever reason. And you would be surprised how many refineries that there really is that have shut down in the last couple years. Um, we're losing. It's went down so much. It's a million barrels of oil daily that we're not refining that we used to. And yeah, some may think there's something going on with this, and what I'll go over in this video. I'll go over a good amount of these refineries that have shut down, where they're at, and everything, and you can kind of get an idea for yourself what may be going on, or is it a coincidence, like the food situation? It's planes crashing into our food plants, mysterious fires, thousands of cows just tipping over, things like that. Now, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, since the pandemic, U.S. has lost nearly 1 million barrels per day of oil refiner capacity. Um, so let's go through the list a little bit. Lindell, out of Houston, they were doing 260,000 barrels per day. Um, as April 2020, that it has permanently shut down the refinery by the end of year 2023, as was unable to find a buyer and did not want to invest to keep the facility open. So there's one down. Phillips 66 Alliance, and this is in Louisiana, I believe, said November 2021 that it would not reopen the Alliance refinery, which was shut in mid-August ahead of Hurricane Ida. The 50-year refinery was severely damaged by several things, evidently. We won't go too much more into that, and they just won't repair it or whatever the case may be, but they're completely shutting down. And that their capacity was 255,000 barrels per day. Lime Tree Bay, in their capacity was 210,000 barrels per day. They shut down South Crux Refinery due to financial problems in May of 2021. After opening for a few months due to setbacks, environmental hazards, refinery had been idle for decades. Here's another one, Shell Convenience, and this is in Louisiana also. Their capacity per day was 240,000 barrels per day. Shaw announced in November 2020 it would be shuttering the refinery after attempts to sell the plant between July and October were unsuccessful. The refinery became unprofitable. The next one, Marathon, Marquez, California, and this is two of them, Gallup, New Mexico. And the capacity for those, the one was 161,000 barrels per day, and the one in New Mexico was only 27,000 barrels per day. I mean, it sounds like that not that much, but it is. It's a lot. Marathon said August 2020 that it would permanently close plants due to lower fuel demand, and that's 2020. Mm, I don't know. Yeah, let's keep on going. Phillips 66 in Radio, California, capacity is 120,000 barrels per day. U.S. refinery Phillips 56 plans to fully convert Radio, California crude oil refinery into renewable fuel plants using cooking oil and food waste beginning 2024. So they're not doing regular oil anymore, crude oil. It's California. Holly Frontier, Cheyenne, Wyoming, 52,000 barrels per day. Said June 2020 it would convert its Cheyenne refinery into biofuel plant that would produce 6,000 barrels per day. 6,000. They switched from making 52,000 barrels a day to biofuel for 6,000. Makes sense, I guess. Another one in Lake Charles, Louisiana. 135,000 barrels per day. Refinery shut its Lake Charles plant early 2020, according to the Louisiana Department of Environment, from the pandemic. That's all it says there. So, here's another one for Paulsburg, New Jersey. 180,000 barrels per minute. The PBF Energy shut most fuel units of its Pillsbury plant November 2020, citing low fuel demand during pandemic. The plant has since restarted some secondary units, but has decided to close. And that's like I said, that's just some of them. And these are plants have been going for hundreds. I wouldn't say hundreds of years, 100 or so more years. And like I said, there are some strange reasons. A lot of them are, like I said, because of pandemic. But you would figure with everything that's going on right now that it would be good money to get back into it. But these places are staying. The refineries are staying. They're out of business and they're not starting back up again. A lot of them tried to sell the refineries. A lot of the refineries that did sell in the last pandemic years did go to China. So China did buy up quite a bit of the refineries that did sell that are still running. um, and that we won't see those sales as much on the books because a lot of the Chinese have so many what they call shell companies or whatever that they hide behind, um, because Trump signed a thing in which didn't get re-signed into. Biden didn't re-sign it into that Chinese companies, mainly the government of China, that bought businesses in the United States that used that money to fund their military. They weren't allowed to do that, and now they can. Wonder why, Mister Potato Head. But anyways, I thought this was quite interesting with all the issues we have with gas right now. Why the gas prices went up, and we are exporting a lot of crude oil to other countries to get it refined, and then it's getting sent back to us. Makes no sense when we have all these refineries just sitting around collecting dust that we're producing millions of barrels a day. Is it planned? Who knows? Let me know in the comments what you think because I enjoy the conversations we have in chat and everything in the comments. But until next time, God bless.